if music be the food of love, play on, give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had a dying form. Oh, it came over my ear like the sweetest sound that breathes upon the bank of violet, stealing and giving odor. Enough! No more! It's not so sweet now as it was before, so full of shapes is fancy even in a minute, that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What?
The heart.
Oh, when mine eyes did see Illyria first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, and my desire, like foul, cruel hounds, ever since pursue me. How now? What news from Illyria?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The sky itself till 7 years' heat shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round with eye-offending tears. All this to moisten a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, to pay a debt of love, but to a brother? How will she love me when the rich golden shaft have killed her flock of all fashions I was delivering her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied her sweet perfections with me as a king. Away before me to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country, friends, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
What should I do in Illyria? My brother, he's in Elysium. Perchance he's not around. What think you, Captain?
It is by chance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so by chance may he be too.
True, madam. And to comfort you with chance, assure yourself that after our ship did split, when you and those poor others saved and you hung on our lifeboat, I saw your brother, most resourceful in peril, bind himself to a strong mast that floated upon the sea, where I saw him ride away with the waves for as long as I could see.
For saying so, there's Oeva. Mine own escape adds value to my hope. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam. Well, for I was born and bred not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What's his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence. 'Twas fresh in rumor that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, daughter of a count that died about a year ago, leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love they say she have rejected the sight and company of men.
Oh, that I serve that lady, and might not be revealed to the world till I understand my status.
That'd be hard to contrive, for she will accept no kind of suit. No, not the duke's.
I do believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. I pray thee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me for what I am, and be my aid. For such disguises happily shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as an eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worthy service. What else mayhap, to time I'll commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch then, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let mine eyes go blind.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
objections.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? Well, I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And they be not, let them hang themselves with their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight that you brought in one night here to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
He is as droll a man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Well, fine that you say so. He plays all the ukulele and speaks 3 or 4 languages, word by word, without a book, and has all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural. For besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreler. But that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarreling, 'tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand they are scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking health to my cousin, I'll drink to her as long as there is a passage in my throat, and a drink in Illyria. What went? For here comes Sir Andrew Aguecheek.
Lady Tabby Bells! How now, Lady Tabby Bells?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Ooh, bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My cousin's chambermaid.
Good mistress, accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good mistress, marry accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
Oh, by my troth, I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
When thou let part so, Sir Andrew, wouldst thou mightest never fist fight ever again.
And you part so, mistress, I might never raise fist again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have you not by the hand.
Marry you shall have, and here's my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you, bring your hand to Lady Raffles' bar and let it drink. Ooh.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What's your metaphor?
It's a dry house here, sir. Mary, now I let go your hand. I am barren.
Oh, knight, thou lackest a nip of courage. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, unless you seek cocktails, put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef. And I do believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
And if I thought that, I'd forswear it. Faith, I'll be home tomorrow, Lady Tabby.
What? Pourquoi, my dear knight?
Pokai? What is Pokai? Do or not do? I would have had bestowed the time in languages that I did in what? Boxing, dancing, and ukulele playing. Oh, and I followed the arts.
Then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair.
Why? Would that have mended my hair?
No past question, for thou sees it curls by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does it not?
Oh, excellent! It curdles like fleas on distaff. I hope to see a housewife take thee between her legs and spin it off.
Faith, I'll ride home tomorrow, Lady Tabby. Your cousin will not be seen, and if she be, it's 4 to 1, she'll none of me. The Count Orsino himself here hard by woos her.
Oh, she'll not know the count. She'll not match above her degree neither in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
Okay, I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in parties and revels, sometimes all together.
What? Art thou good at these kickshaws, knight?
As any man in Illyria.
What is thy excellence in a rumba, knight? Why are these things hid? Why have these gifts a curtain before them? Why dost thou not go to church in a foxtrot and come home in a tango? Why, my very walk should be at Charleston. Oh, not so much as Peeberton in syncopes. What dost thou mean? Is it a world to hide virtues in? Well, I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg, it was formed under the star of a quickstep.
Aye, 'tis strong, and it does indifferent well in dumb-colored song. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Let me see thee, Charleston.
If the Duke continues these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you little but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
Is he inconstant, lady, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Where is Cesario? Ho!
On your tenders, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, I have unclasped to thee the book, even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrows as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous and leave all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with the scores of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will tend it better in thy youth than in a messenger of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for yet they shall belie thy happy years that say thou art a man, eh? Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organs, shrill and sound, and all is semblative of woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. You attend to him, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet struggle and strive. Whoe'er I woo myself would be his wife.
Good hanging prevents a bad marriage.
Peace, you scamp. Here comes my lady. You are best to make your excuse wisely.
Wittent be thy will. Put me into good fooling.
God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do not hear her, fellows. Take away the lady.
Go to, you dry fool. I'll no more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
Two faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself, then he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let the botcher mend him, for anything that is mended is but patched. The lady bade take away the fool. Therefore I say again, take her away.
Girl, I bade them take away you.
Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you first, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue. Answer me.
Well, girl, for want of other idleness, I'll endure your proof.
Good Madonna, why mourn'st thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, lady.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Does she not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake her. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity, for the better increasing your folly. Lady Tabby will be sworn that I am no fox, but she will not pass her word for tuppence that you are no fool.
What say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw her put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, she's run out of jests already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to her, she is gagged. I protest I take these wise men that crow so at these set kinds of fools no better than these fools' zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man, and well turned out.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Lady Tabby, madam, your cousin.
Fetch her off, I pray you. She speaks nothing but madness. Fie on her! Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see, fool, how your fooling grows old, and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool, whose skull Jove crowned with brains, for here she comes.
By mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman. What gentleman?
'Tis a gentle man. 'Tis a gentle man here. Lego these pickled durians. How now, sot? Good lady.
Cousin, how have you so early come by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Ay, Mary, what is he?
Well, let him be the devil and he will. I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunkard like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draught above heat makes him a fool, a second mads him, and a third drowns him.
She's in the 3rd degree of drink. She's drowned. Go look after her.
She is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the mad woman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. It takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What's to be said to him, lady? He is fortified against any denial.
Tell him I shall not speak with him.
Has been told so. But he swears he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be a supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy, but as a squashes before 'tis a peas cod, or a codling before 'tis almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He is very well favoured, but speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk was scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman!
Give me my veil. Come,
My lady calls.
throw it over my face. We shall once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech for that. Besides, it is excellently well penned. I've taken great pains to learn it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. Let me sustain no scorn. I'm sensitive to even the least slight.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my pact. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you an actor?
No, my profound heart, and yet by the very fangs of menace, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will honor my speech in your praise and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I've taken great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
'Tis the more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I'm to hull here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady.
Tell me your mind.
I am a messenger.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your text.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my reception. What I am and what I would are secret as maidenhood. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We shall hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady
A
of the-
comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his hat.
I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we shall draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir. Such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you would lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
I would not be so hard-hearted, sir. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil shall be labeled according to my will, as item 2 lips indifferent red, item 2 brown eyes with lids to them, item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Will you send hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompensed, though you were crowned the nonpareil beauty.
How does he love me?
With adoration, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him, yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension and shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you, my master's flame, with such a suffering and deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write sad songs about unrequited love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hill, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my estate is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare thee well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master nor myself lacks recompense. Love make his heart of flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell. Fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirits do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft. Soft. Unless the master were the man. How now, even so quickly may one catch this plague? Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth that creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What hold, Marvelio?
Here, madam. At your service.
Run after that peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him. Would I or not? Tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I'm not for him. Would that you shall come this way tomorrow. I'll give him reasons for it. Hie thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force, howself we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but not.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore I crave of you your leave that I may bear these evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me know whither you are bound.
No, sooth, miss. My determinate voyage is mere wandering. You must know of me, then. Antonia, my name is Sebastian. My father was that Sebastian of Mezzaline whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born within an hour. Had the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended, but you misaltered that. For some hour before you saved me from the beach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day!
A lady, miss, and though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many still accounted beautiful. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, miss, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, forgive me your troubles, good Antonia.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare thee well at once. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Oh, farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else very shortly would I see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger may seem sport, and I will go.
Were not you even now with the Countess Illyria?
Even now, sir, on the moderate pace I have, where I sit but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance, show none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring off me. I'll none of it.
Come, sir. You peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in stars distractedly. She loves me, sure! The cunning passion of a churlish messenger. And if it be so as it is, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper falls in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas a day, what thriftless sigh shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. 'Tis too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Andrew, approach. Not to be a bed after midnight is to be up betimes, and to luculo segure thou knowest.
By my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does not our lives consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Another jug of wine,
Here comes the fool in faith.
How now, my heart? Welcome, Ass. Now let us have a song.
By my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. Rather than 40 pounds, I had such a leg. Or so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. Now, a song.
Come on, there's 6 pence for you. Let us have a song.
There's 6 pence from me too. One night, give 6 pence all
Would
night.
you have a love song or a song of good life? Ooh, a love song. A lively love song.
I care not for good life.
Oh.
When they begin, they'll begin. It brings back the sound of music so tender. It brings back a night of tropical splendor. It brings back a memory evergreen. I'm with you once more under the stars, and down by the shore an orchestra's playing, and even the palms seem to be swaying. When they begin, they'll begin.
Excellent, good, in faith.
Good.
So don't let them begin.
dull satin contagion.
Come, let our song begin, fool. Come, begin.
When they begin, the begin.
What a caterwauling do you keep here? If my lady had not called her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Let them begin, they'll begin. Beshrew me, the lady's admirable feeling.
She does it in more grace, but I do it more natural.
When they begin, the love of God, peace.
My masters! Are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit that you gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house that you squeak out your coziest song without any mitigation or remorse or voice? Is there no respect for place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Snack up.
Lady Tabby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that, though she harbors you as a kinswoman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wipe a tear, baby dear, from your eye. Don't hold you part-time now. I've been single to let it go.
Don't cry. Don't sigh. There's a silver lining in the sky.
Bonsoir, all things to the ocean. Now, who do you can fly? Lady Tabby, are you alive?
Is it even so?
Shall I bid him go?
What and if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, you dare not.
Out of tune, sir, you lie. Aren't any more than a steward? Dost thou think because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by Saint Anne and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
Thou art in the right. Go, sir, rub your chains with crumbs. Another jug of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Who will shake your ears?
'Twas as good a day to drink when a man's hungry, to challenge him to the field, and then break promise with him, and so make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation to him by word of mouth.
Oh, sweet Lady Tabby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the counts was today with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nayword and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Well, possess us. Tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
And if I thought that, I'd beat him like a rogue.
What? For being a Puritan? With thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason, but I have reason good enough.
The devil a Puritan indeed, or anything constantly but the best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is on his grounds of faith that all that look upon him love him. And it is on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady, your cousin. But on a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device.
I have it in my nose too.
He shall think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they came from my cousin and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse will make him an
An
ass.
ass, I doubt not.
'Twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed, and dream on the event.
Oh, good night, Penthesilea.
By myself, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred. And one that adores me. Oh, what of that?
I was adored once too.
Let's to bed night. Oh, thou hadst need send for money.
If I do not win your cousin, I'll be a foul way out.
Send for money night. If thou hast turned not in the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me again. Take that how you will.
Come, I'll go warm some sherry. 'Tis too late to go to bed night. Come night.
Give me some music! Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario. But that piece of song, that old antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passion much, more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
She is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Feste the jester, my lord, a fool that Lady Illyria's father took much delight in. She is about the house.
Seek her out, and play the tune the while.
I've got a crush on you.
Come, little boy.
We fight all the day and night time.
If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstaid and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives the very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves. Did not boy, eh?
A little, by your favor.
Ah, what kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion?
Oh, she's not worth thee, then, eh? In what years?
About your years, my lord.
Ah, too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him, so sways she levels in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing and wavering, sooner lost and won than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself. Then let thy love be younger than thyself. So wears she to him. So say she levels in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing and wavering, sooner lost and won than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Let's... Well, women are like roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
Alas, so they are, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fool, come. The song we had last night, mark it, Illyria. It is silly sooth and dallies with the innocence of love like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, pretty sing.
I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie. Oh, the day and night time, hear me sigh. I've never had the least notion that I could fall with so much emotion. Could you care for a cunning cottage? We could share the world, we'll part in my mush, 'cause I've got a crush, my baby, on you.
There's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Well, pleasure will be paid for one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy god protect thee, and the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta. For thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything and their intent everywhere, for that's it that always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her of my love more noble than the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands, the past their fortune have bestowed upon her. Tell her that I hold as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir.
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, had for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sigh that can bite a beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate that suffer, surfeit, cloyter, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between a love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know that...
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, the eye is true of heart is we. My father had a daughter loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should, your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let consumer like a worm in a bud feed on her damaged cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was this not love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But thy sister of her love, my boy.
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. And yet, I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the thing. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place, by to no deny.
Come thy ways, Mamselle Feste.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of the sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the miserly, rascally, sheep-biter Malvolio come by some notable shame?
I would rejoice, ma'am. You know, he brought me out of favor with my lady about cockfighting here.
Well, to anger him, we'll have the cocks again, and we will fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. 'Tis a pity of our lives.
Here comes my little villain. How now, my jewel of India?
Get you all three into the palm trees. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun practicing behavior to himself this past hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close! In the name of jesting! Lie down there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me my lady did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near, that should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace! Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him, how he struts under his advanced plumes.
Slight, I could so beat the road.
Peace, peace.
To be Count Malvolio!
Rogue!
Pistol him! Pew! Pistol him! Pew!
Peace, peace.
There is example for it. The lady of the Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fire on him, Jezebel!
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
Oh, for a stone boy, hitman, ya!
calling my officers about me in my brunched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone! Peace, peace!
And then to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinswoman, Tabby.
Bolts and shackles!
Peace, peace. Now, now.
7 of my people, with an obedient Scot, make out for her. I frown the while, perchance wind up my watch or play with my some rich jewel, Tabby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
You are silent. Be drawn from us with courtesy and peace.
I extend my hand to her thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control,
And does not Tabby take you a blow on the lips then?
saying, Cousin Tabby, my fortunes having cast me on your cousin, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Patience, we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with one foolish night.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew it was I, for many do call me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin?
Oh, peace and the spirits of humour's intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her C's, U's, and T's, and thus she makes her great P's. It is in contempt of question her hand.
Her C's, U's, and T's? What mean that?
To the unknown, beloved, this and my very good wish, her very phrases, with by your leave, wax, soft, and the impressure her Lucrece with which she uses to seal, 'tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins him liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. What follows? The number's altered. No man must know. If this should be female Volio,
Harry Hangley Brook.
I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
Moi ye doth sway my life? Nay, but first, let me see, let me see, let me see.
Oh, what dish of poison has she dressed him?
M. Malvolio! M! Why, that begins my name!
I thought I say he would work it out. The cur is excellent at faults.
M. But then there is no consonancy in a sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
I or I'll cudgel him and make him cry, oh.
And then I comes behind.
Aye, and you had any eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This consonancy is not as the former, and yet to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Soft. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, Revolve, in my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Be opposite with the kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember. Go to, Thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagnes discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Lady Tabby for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my legs being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore in my presence still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.
I will not give my part of this sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the Sultan of Malacca.
I could marry this wench for this excellent device.
So could I, too.
And ask no other dowry of her but such another jest.
No, I neither.
Here comes my noble gull catcher.
Oh, wilt thou set foot on my neck?
Or on mine, either.
Shall I play my freedom and mahjong and become thy bond slave?
In faith, or I, either.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he will run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Ooh, like aqua vitae with the midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of this sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one, too.
young gentleman.
And you, lady?
Namaste.
Namaste, आप कैसे हैं?
I hope, sir, you are and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house? My cousin is desirous you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I'm bound to your cousin, me lady.
Well then, taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, me lady, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my own legs.
I mean to go in, sir, to enter.
I will answer you with gate and entrance, but we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heaven rain odors on you.
The Duke's a rare courtier. Rain odors. Well,
My matter has no voice but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
odors, pregnant, and vouchsafed. I'll get all three already.
Let the garden doors be shut and leave me to my hearing. What is your hand, sir? Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant, the Count Orsino youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him I think not of him, for his thoughts would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, I pray you, I bade you never speak again of him. But would you undertake another suit? I had much rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady
Give
of
me
the-
leave, beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me, you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you in a shameful cunning to which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Hath you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannia's heart can think? To one of your receiving, enough is shown. A cypress not to bosom hides my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a step. 'Tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then methinks 'tis time to smile again. Oh world, how apt to poor are to be proud. If one must fall prey, how much better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with a waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth. I will not have you. Yet, when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho! Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay. I prithee, tell me what thou thinkst of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
Would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I'm your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows itself not more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so, that despite all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort this reason from thy claws, for that I who thou therefore hast no cause, but rather reason thus with reason better. Thou soughtest good, but given unsought better.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth. I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. So adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart, which now abhors like his love.
Mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy.
Faith, I will not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your cousin do more favors to the count-serving man than she ever bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Oh, did she see thee, the wild old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her towards you.
Slight, will you make an ass of me?
I will prove its legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason. She did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you, to wake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jest, firing you from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity. You let time wash off, and you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard. Unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt of either valor or policy.
And it be any other way, it must be with valor, for policy I hate.
Why then? Build thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge the Count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My cousin shall take note of it. And assure thyself there is no love broker in the world could more prevail in man's commendation to women than report of valor.
Well, either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go. Write with a martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou thouest him some thrice, it shall not be amiss. And as many lies as will lie in thy sheet of paper, although the paper is as big enough for the bird of wear in England, set him down. Go about it. Let there be gall enough in thy ink, although thou write with a goose pen. No matter. About it.
Where will I find you?
We'll call thee at thy bedroom. Go!
This is a dear mannequin to you, Lady Tabby.
I have cost him, lad, some 2,000 strong or so.
Well, we shall have a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it.
Never trust me then, and by all means stir on the youth to an answer. Here comes my little villain. If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches,
Follow me. Yond Gal Malvolio has turned heathen, a very renegado, for there is no Christian that ever means to be saved by believing can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings
and cross-garter.
most villainously, like a pedant that keeps a school in a church. I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point in the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than is in the new map with the augmentation of the Indians. You have not seen such a thing as this. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he will smile and take it for great favor.
Oh, come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filet steel, did spur me forth, and not all love to see you, but jealousy, what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, to which a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. And my willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set me forth in your pursuit.
Oh, my kind Antonia, I can no other answer make but thanks, and thanks, and ever thanks. And oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. Were my worth, as is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count his galleys, I did some service. Of such note indeed that were I taken here, it would be answered by my death.
Belike you slew great number of his people.
If I be apprehended in this place, I shall pay dear.
Well, do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge. I will order our food whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewings of this town. There shall you have me.
Why are your purse?
Well, haply your eye shall light upon some toy you have desired to purchase, and your store, I think, is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is bought more often begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where's Malvolio? He's sad and civil and suits well for a servant of my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He's sure possessed, madam.
Why, what is the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship will best to have some guard about you if he come, for sure the man is tainted in his wits.
Call him hither. I'm as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. Come, Malvolio.
Sweet lady!
Smart'st thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This just makes some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one, and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come to his hands, and command shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand, huh?
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, sweetheart, I come for thee!
God come for thee! Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio?
not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well read.
What meanst thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great,
Huh?
some achieve greatness,
What sayest thou?
and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings,
Thy yellow stockings.
and wished to see thee cross-gartered?
Gartered.
If not, let me see thee a steward still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman from the Count Orsino's return. I could hardly entreat him. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Tabby? Let some of my people have a special care of him. I will not have him miscarried for the half of my dowry.
Do you come near me now? No worse woman than Lady Tabby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends her on purpose that I may appear stubborn to her, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she, be opposite with the kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang with arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets down the manner how. And as a sad face, a reverent carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some seraph note, and so forth. I have limed her. But it is Jove's doing, not I, and Jove is to be praised. When she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why? Everything adheres together, that no dream of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, nor incredulous, nor unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and Jove is to be thanked.
Where is he in the name of sanctity? If all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him. Here he is. Here he is.
How's it with you? How's it with you, man?
Go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
No, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you? Lady Tabby, my lady, prays you to have a care of him.
Does she so?
Go to, peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you, Malvolio? How is it with you? What man defy the devil, consider he's an enemy to mankind?
Do you know what you say? Huh?
You
Huh?
and speak ill of the devil. See how he takes it to heart. Pray God he be not bewitched. Carry his water to the wise woman. Carry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning if I live. My lady will not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Prithee, hold thy peace. This is not the way. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with him.
No way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Why? How now, my bauble? How dost thou took?
My lady!
I bid thee, come with me. What man tis not for gravity to play a cherry pit with Satan? Hand him for Coleman.
Get him to say his prayers, Lady Tabby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, meat.
No, I warrant you he will not hear
yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Condemn it as an improbable fiction.
His very genius had taken the infection of the device, man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device be revealed and spoiled.
Why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter. Oh, come. We'll have him in a dark room and bound. My cousin is already in the belief that he's gone mad. We may carry it thus, for our pleasure and his penance, till our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him, at which time we will bring the device to the court and crown thee for a finder of madmen. But see, more matter for May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's pepper and vinegar in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, is it? I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Oh, good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat, that is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Brief and exceeding good sense, bless.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
good.
Thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
So you keep on the windy side of the law.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better, and so look to thyself. Thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Ague-cheek. Ew, if this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. Cesario is now in some dealings with my lady and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout me for him at the corner of the orchard like a Bombay. So soon as ever thou seest him, draw, and as thou drawest, swear horrible, for it comes to pass off that a terrible oath with a swaggering accent sharply twangled off gives manhood more probation than proof itself would have earned him. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now, will not I deliver this letter? For the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. He will find it comes from a clodpole. But I will deliver his challenge to him by word of mouth, set upon Ague-cheek, a notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as we know his youth will aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both that they will kill one another by the looks like cockatoos.
Here he comes with your cousin. Give them way till he take leave.
Who I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I have set too much into a heart of stone, and laid mine honor too lavishly on it. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's griefs.
Here, wear this jewel for me. It's my picture. Use it not, and I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What might you ask of me that I'll deny, that honor saved may upon asking give?
Nothing but this. your true love for my master.
How may I give him that which I have given you?
I will acquit you.
Yet come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. Seems like thee might clear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, lady,
What defense thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs thou hast done him, I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tack. Be quick in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and
you mistake, lady. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel with me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
you'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your God, for your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, lady, what is he?
Ha! He is knight dubbed, but he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced. His incensement at the moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word. Give it to take it.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard some kind of men that puts quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that cause.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him his desire. Back you shall not to the house, unless you undertake that with me, with which as much safety you might answer him.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, lady, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, but nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Feste, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
Pray you, lady, do you know of this matter?
I know that he is incensed against you, that he will fight you to the death, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He is indeed the most skillful, bloody, fatal opposite you could have possibly found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk? I will give your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it.
What man? He's a very devil. Wait, stand here, make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. I have persuaded him the youth's a devil.
He is as horribly terrified of him and pants and looks pale as if a bear were at his heels.
That's no remedy, sir. He will fight with you for his oath's sake, but he protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Come on, Sir Andrew. There's no remedy. This young gentleman will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot by the duello avoid it. But he has promised me, as he is a young gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on, do it!
Pray God he keeps his oath.
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Put up your fists! If this young man have done offense, I take the fault in me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
What lady? What are you?
Oh, one lady that for my love does yet do more than I have bragged.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, nay, good lady, tell me the police!
I will be with you, Annan.
Pray God, put down your fist if you please, sir.
Antonia, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, Jot. I know your favor well, though now you have no seal cap on your head. I know her well. I'll take her away.
Master Pete, this comes for seeking you. But there is no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now? My necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself.
stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, hussy, away!
Let me speak. I must entreat you some of that money.
What money, lady? For the fair kindness that you showed me here, and part being prompted by your present trouble, out of my low and lean ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make divisions of my present with you. Here, have my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me so unsound a woman as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by any voice or feature. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying, vain as babbling drunkenness, or any taint of vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Come, lady, I pray you
Let
go.
me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half a jaw from death, relieved him with such sanctity of love to his image, which I did think most venerable worth, did I devotion.
Come, lady, I pray you go. What's that to us?
Oh, but how vile this idol proves, God! Thou hast, Sebastian, done good features shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but beauty is evil. Our empty trunks all flourished with the devil.
The woman grows mad. I'll bring her away. Come, lady, come.
Lead me on.
He thinks her words do from such passion fly that she believes herself. So do not I. Oh, prove true, imagination, prove true, that I, dear brother, be now taken for you.
Come hither, knight, come hither, Feste. We'll whisper over a couplet or two of most sage sauce.
She named Sebastian. I, my brother, know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother, and he went still in this fashion, color, ornament. For him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest pouchy boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty applies in leaving his friend here in necessity and denying her. And for his cowardship, ask Feste.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
Slight, I'll after him and I'll beat him again.
Do cuff him soundly.
And I'll...
Come, let us see the show.
I dare lay any money to you will be nothing yet.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Why, there's for thee, and there, and there. Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, or I'll throw your dagger over the house.
This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for a trumpet.
Come on, sir, hold!
Nay, let him alone for swearing. I will go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him, if there be any law in Illyria. Though I struck him first, there is no matter for that.
Let go thy hand!
Come, sir, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier, put up your fist. You are well fleshed. Come on.
I will be free from thee.
And thy life I charge thee whole.
Madam.
Will it ever be thus? Ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where menace now were breached. Out of my sight. Be not offended, dear Cesario. Roots be gone! I prithee, gentle friend, let thy wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks his hireling hath botched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny. Be shrew her soul for me. She has started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is this? How runs this stream? Or am I mad, or this is a dream? Let fancy still my senses and lead steep. If it be thus to dream still, let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee, thou be ruled by me.
Oh, Madam, I will.
Say so and so be.
Heart and soul, I fell in love with you, heart and soul, the way a fool would do madly, because you held me tight and stole a kiss in the night.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do see it and feel it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where is Antonia then? I could not find her at the Elephant, yet there she was, and there I found to this credit that she did range the town to seek me out. Her counsel now might do me golden service, for though my soul disputes well with my senses that this may be some error but no madness, yet doth this flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust my own eyes, and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust but that I am mad, or else the lady is mad. Yet, if it was so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, with such a smooth, stable, discreet bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that's deceivable. But here, my lady comes.
Name not this haste of mine. If you mean well now, go with me and with this holy woman into the chantry by. There, before her and underneath the consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. She shall conceal it whilst you are willing it shall come to note what time we will our celebration keep, according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll go with you and follow this good woman, and, having sworn truth, will ever be true.
Then lead the way, good priest, and heaven so shine, may they fairly note this act of mine.
The bells are ringing for me and my gal. The birds are singing for me and my gal. Everybody's been knowing to a wedding they're going, and for weeks they've been sewing.
Here comes the woman, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of hers I do remember well. Yet when I saw her last, it was besmeared as black as the Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bubbling vessel was she, captain of, for shallow draught and bulk unprizable, with which such skillful grapple did she make with the most noble bottom of our fleet. That very envy and tongue of loss cried fame and honor on her. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonia.
She did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not 'twas, but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou salt water thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble duke, be pleased that I shake these names you give me. Antonia never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on these base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ungrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did there to add my love, without retention or restraint. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew at
20 years remove a thing while one would win. Denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before. How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord. And for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, woman, thy words are madness. 3 months this you've attended upon me. But more of that anon. Take her aside.
What good, my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Illyria may seem serviceable? Cesario, do not keep your promise with me.
Madam,
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? Good, my lord.
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
It be all to the old tune, my lord. It is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What? To perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, faithfulest offerings have breathed out ever devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it please, my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it? Like to the Egyptian thief at point of death. Kill what I love, a savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this. Since you non-regardants cast my faith, and that I know partly the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor. Live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this your minion, whom I know you love, and by whom, by heaven, I swear, I tender dearly. Him will I tear out the cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spot. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, to spite the raven's heart within the dove.
And I, most jocund, apt and willingly, to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario? After him I love.
More than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than e'er I shall love wife. If I do feign you witnesses above, punish my life with tainting of my love.
I me detested, how am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Has it been so long? Call forth the holy priest.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay!
Husband!
Aye, husband! Can he that deny?
Her husband, Sirrah!
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as thou fearest. Oh, welcome, priest, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold. Though lately we intended to keep in darkness what occasion reveals before 'tis ripe. What thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me. A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by the mutual joinedness of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony in this compact so did my function by my testimony. Since when my watch hath taught me towards my grave, I have travelled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling carp, what wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grit on thy case? Or else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow. Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
No, my lord, I
But
do
do not
protest.
swear! Hold little faith that thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a sergeant! Send one presently to Lady Tabby.
What is the matter?
Has broken my head across and given Lady Tabby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help! Rather than 40 pounds, I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman, Cesario.
Ah! God's lifelings, there he is! You broke my head across for nothing, and that I did. I was set on it by Lady Tabby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your fist upon me without cause, but I mistake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Lady Tabby halting. You will hear more. But if she were not in drink, she would have put up a better fight than she did.
How now, lady? How's it with you?
Well, it's all one. Has hurt me and there's the end on it. Sort, did see Dick Surgeon Sort.
Oh, he's drunk, Lady Tabby, an hour gone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Oh, then he's a rogue and a passy masher's pavin. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with you, who has made this havoc with them.
I'll help you, Lady Tabby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead and a coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull.
Get her to bed and let her hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinswoman, but had it been the sister of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety and... Oh, you throw a strange regard on me. And by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Oh, pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A natural perspective, that is, and is not.
Oh, Antonia! Oh, my dear Antonia, how have the hours wrecked and tortured me since I lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonia?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which Sebastian?
Most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. I had a sister once, whom the blind waves and surges have now devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman, what name, what parentage?
Of Marceline, Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. And so went he to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should my tears let fall upon your cheek and say thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing less to make us happy both, but this, my masculine usurper tire, do not embrace me till each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola, which to confirm I'll bring you to a captain in this town where lie my maiden weeds, whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune since hath been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady, you have been mistook. You would have been contracted to a maid, but nature in her bias drew in that, nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are contracted both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed. A right noble is in his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy rank. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou shouldst never loved a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true in soul as dove that orbit content in the fire that serves day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me fast on shore hath my maid's garment. He upon some action is now in prison, at Malvolio suit, a gentleman and steward of my ladies.
He shall be free. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. For most extracting friends you of mine own, from my remembrance clearly banished his. How does he, girl?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end as well as a man in his case may do. Has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospel, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of and speak out of my injury, the madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savours not much of a distraction.
See him delivered, Feste. Fetch him hither. My lord, so please you, shall one day crown the alliance, so please you, at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I most apt embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding. Here is my hand. You shall be from this time your master's mistress.
Sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord. The same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Madam, you have. Pray you peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Write from it, if you can, in hand or phrase, or say it is not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. Well, granted then, and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why have you given me such clear lights of favor? Bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings, and to frown upon Lady Tabby and all the lighter people? And, acting this in an obedient hope, why have you suffered me to be in prison, kept in a dark house, visited by this fool, disguised as a priest, and made the most notorious gag and gall that invention e'er played on? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess much like the character, but out of the question 'tis Maria's hand. And now I do bethink me it was she first told me thou wast mad, then camest in smiling, and in such forms presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee, but when we know the grounds and the authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. In hopes it shall not, most freely I confess. Myself and Lady Tabby set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him, Maria writ the letter at Lady Tabby's great importance, in recompense whereof she hath married her. May rather pluck on laughter than revenge, that just the injuries that have justly on both sides passed,
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, some have greatness thrust upon them. And thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. A solemn combination shall be held of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for you shall be while you're a man, but in other habits you're seen. Orsino's mistress, and his fancy's queen.